Hello students, welcome to the online classes. I hope you are keeping fit and fine. Now before coming to the topic, I would like to tell you to download the assignments which have been given on the website and start working it out on your register copy. So maintain a register copy and work out the assignments on that copy. Now, we know that the opposite of bad is good. The opposite of weak is strong. So we know that for every word there is a opposite. Similarly, the opposite of positive is negative numbers. So we have negative numbers as a discussion of topic today. So as we have positive, so we have negative. So since positive numbers exist, similarly negative numbers also exist. So today we are going to start with negative numbers and integers. We know that we are staying in a very hot climate. It's summers now, and temperatures reach on to more than 40 degrees. And there are places in the North Pole and the South Pole where temperatures go below the 0 degree. So we have minus temperatures there. So therefore, as we have positive numbers, as we have positive degrees, we have negative degrees as well. So as we have started this negative numbers and integers, let us write down the topics which we are going to discuss today. Let us discuss these two subtopics today. First is negative numbers and its needs. Representation of negative numbers on a number line. So first of all, let us discuss these two subtopics. So we have negative numbers and its needs. I've already told you, as we have positive degrees, we have negative degrees as well. If you go to colder climates, if you go to places like Antarctica, we have temperatures reaching to minus degrees. So that is why we have positive numbers, we have negative numbers as well. So how it is used, how negative numbers are used in everyday life, let us see that. For example, if you have profit in a business, that is taken as positive, and if you have a loss, that is taken as negative. Similarly, when you deposit money in a bank, it is considered as positive, and you withdraw money, when you withdraw money from the bank, that is considered as negative. Similarly, temperatures above 0 degrees Celsius is considered as positive, and temperatures below 0 degrees Celsius is considered as negative. Let me give you a few more examples. Suppose if you go towards north, it is considered as positive, and when you come towards south, it is considered as negative. Similarly, if you go towards east, it is considered as positive, and if you go towards west, it is considered as negative. So these are how we can use positive and negative numbers in our everyday life. Now, let us understand how to represent a negative number on a number line. We start with 0, and negative numbers always are on the left hand side of the number line. So this is how we represent negative numbers on a number line. This arrow shows that this is infinite. So these are how we represent negative numbers on a number line. So here we have the negative numbers written on the left hand side. Now, let us show a number line and let us represent all the negative numbers and the positive numbers. So here we have a number line. In the middle we have 0. Can we write it here? On the right hand side, we have all the positive numbers. And on the left hand side, we have all the negative numbers. So here is the number line. In the middle we have 0. On the left hand side we have all the negative numbers, and on the right hand side we have all the positive numbers. So we have learned about negative numbers. What are negative numbers? We know that the opposite of positive numbers are negative numbers. Similarly, we have also learned how we can use negative numbers in our everyday life, and we have also learned how to represent a negative number on a number line. So this is how you draw a number line. On the right hand side we have positive numbers, and on the left hand side we have negative numbers. Now let us come to the next topic, that is the third topic. And the third topic we have is integers. So integers are denoted by I or Z. In our previous video, we have already discussed about whole numbers and natural numbers. We know that natural numbers are counting numbers, and they start from 1 and carry on till infinity. Similarly, we have learned about whole numbers. They are all natural numbers including 0. So whole number starts from 0 and they carry on till infinity. Today we are going to discuss about integers. As I have told you, integers are denoted by I or Z. Now what are integers? Integers are all the whole numbers plus all the negative numbers. I repeat, integers are all the whole numbers plus all the negative numbers. So if you want to represent integers on a number line, we can draw like this. So this is how we can represent integers on a number line. So you remember what I told you? I said integers are all the whole numbers plus the negative numbers. So all whole numbers and the negative numbers taken together forms integers. So here we have integers. We have 0 in the middle. We have positive numbers on the right hand side and negative numbers on the left hand side. So this is how we can represent integers on a number line. Now let us understand, any number which is on the right is always greater than the number which is on the left. I repeat, the numbers on the right are always greater than the numbers on the left. So we can say that this number 2 is smaller than the number 3 because it is on the left of 3. Similarly, all these numbers minus 2 is smaller than the numbers on the right hand side because they are on the left hand side. So remember, basically any number to the left is smaller than the number to the right. So we can write it this way. So we have minus 3 less than minus 2. So similarly we can write 3 is less than 4. So this is how we can analyze or we can compare the numbers on a number line. So here we have already discussed, we have represented the numbers, the integers on a number line. Now let us see the word, let us understand the word successor and predecessor. Now to any number, now if we add 1 to it, if we add 1 to any number, we get the successor of that number. Similarly, if we subtract 1 from that number, we get the predecessor of that number. So let us understand that. So here we have successor and we have predecessor. So I said if we add 1 to any number, we get the successor of that number. So we get successor by adding 1 to it. Similarly, we get the predecessor by subtracting 1 from that number. For example, if we have 2, the successor of 2 will be 3, because if we add 1 to 2, we'll get 3. Similarly, if we have the number 4 and we want to find out the predecessor of 4, we have to subtract 1 from it and we'll get 3 as the answer. So the successor of 4, the predecessor of 4 is 3. Let me give you some more examples. The successor of 5 is 6. The successor of 7 is 8. The successor of 10 is 11. Similarly, the predecessor of 9 is 8. The predecessor of 7 is 6. The predecessor of 5 will be 4. So this is how we can find out the successor and predecessor.